Smith, Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, and ownership. I don't know if you met with cafeteria, equipment managers, athletic trainers as well. Probably don't if he's in the building. Did you hear that as well?
Yeah, I do know that he actually really likes all the Pittsburgh staff. He loves the staff, the front office, everything about Pittsburgh. Yet the people there. That's what makes this team.
What up? What up? What's goody, everybody? Is it still good morning? Good morning. What's going on, RC? Well, it's good afternoon for some of you. It's still good morning to me. What's going on? Happy Sweet 16, RC. What's good? Who we excited for today? I am making breakfast. Yes, it's late, but I took the rest of the day off today. I just had a meeting this morning. They let us out early, and then I went back to the crib, did a little bit of work here at the house, and then now I'm making breakfast. So yeah, I'm making breakfast for lunch because I didn't have breakfast this morning. I only had like 2 donuts, which I shouldn't have had. Yeah, I got one team in there. I'm not cheering for Oklahoma until Chavez hits the floor. Oh, you like that move then? You like that move that Chavez is going to Oklahoma? I don't know if anybody else felt the same way. Like, a lot of people were like kind of shocked that she was going there out of all the other schools um, that she had opportunity to commit to. But, it is what it is. But today we have Ole Miss and UCLA. We got South Carolina and Maryland. We got Duke versus North Carolina. And we got LSU versus NC State. That's the first half of Sweet 16 today. Second half happens tomorrow. Today's going to be lit. I'll be honest, I'm not that interested in the Duke North Carolina game. Like, I would say I think Duke is going to take it, but I will be in attendance and sat for the rest of the games. So I'm going to be doing stuff until I think first game comes on at 1:30. No, that is the Duke game. My game comes on. What time does my game come on? We got 1:30, 4, 6:30, and 9. Okay, so yeah, 4. 4 o'clock, my South Carolina Gamecocks play. 6:30, I'm talking Central. LSU plays, and then the last game, Ole Miss and UCLA, I think comes on at 9 my time. So yes, I will be. The game that I'm most excited for is, all 3 of those is I think are going to be really good. But I think I'm more excited. I'm more excited for this LSU NC State game, just because NC State just, I don't know. even last year when they played South Carolina in the Final Four, it was like, I don't know. I just, it's something about them. They have like, I don't want to say a chip on their shoulder, but it was like, yeah, they beat us last time. They're not going to beat us again. We're going to take care of business. And, that didn't happen. But they got some grit. I like the little grit that they have. And LSU, obviously, people have, for whatever reason, considered them the underdogs most of this year, which is crazy, but it is what it is. So to have them two battling each other, I think is going to be good. So I'm excited for the NC State LSU game. I always like watching South Carolina play, so I'm excited to see what they do against Maryland. I saw Cheyenne Sellers had some really nice things to say about. Sorry if this lighting is bad. I'm in my kitchen. I don't have good lighting in here. It's just going to be what it is. But I saw what Cheyenne Sellers had to say about, she gave the Bigs some compliments. She was like, just because they don't have Camilla or Aaliyah anymore, they still have, Chloe. They still have Fagan. They still have Joyce Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing their thing. This season in the post. A lot of people thought they wouldn't be able to, and it was a struggle. And I think sometimes they are exposed. But I mean, for them to for her to say that, give them a shout out, and know it's going to be a battle, I think it's going to make for a good game. I want to watch USC play Kansas State so bad. That's tomorrow, right? K-State and USC. I'll be honest, I'm not that interested in that game. I mean, whether Juju was playing or not, I'm not a huge USC watcher anyway. But, we'll see what happens. I don't watch K-State like that either. So we'll see what happens with that game. I wish them all the best. Long as my teams are in it, long as LSU, Notre Dame, South Carolina are still in it after all is said and done, and they're all moving on to the Elite Eight, I'm happy. Everybody else, whoever makes it, they make it. But long as my teams stay in it, so I'm crossing my fingers that all three of my teams make it to the Elite Eight. I have them going to the Final Four, all three of them. I have, yes. Do I? I do. One I have UConn in, and then one I have LSU in, if I'm not mistaken. That's how it went. That's how it went. Knock on wood, hopefully I don't jinx. I'm trying to figure out who I want UCLA to face, LSU or NC State. Both teams are pressure. Okay. Man, that UCLA LSU game will be very, 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 very exciting. I want to see how USC responds with Juju going down. I think they can band together and represent well. Yeah. Going from what they did against Mississippi State when she went down, Kiki was able to do her thing. The other players were able to contribute. Sorry. So, I think now they have an opportunity to show, if they are a team that was just solely dependent on Juju where they can't perform, or if it's now they have an opportunity to shine, are they going to shine? So I think that'll be super interesting to check out, to see. So, yes, I'm rooting for them to pull out a win. Let's see what happens. Let me tell y'all what I did today. I went to the grocery store today after I left my meeting and came home. Was so happy to be home. I recorded something, and then I was getting ready to come in here and make my breakfast, and I realized I left my groceries in my car. Thank goodness it's not too hot, but I had like frozen stuff. I had eggs and all this other stuff in my car. Ooh. Yeah, this is not even frozen anymore. I don't know what I was thinking about. But I'm just checking in with y'all as I'm making my breakfast, seeing what's popping, seeing how y'all are doing on this fine Friday, this Sweet 16 Friday. Hope y'all all are well. I ran out of tea. Dang it. Why didn't I get tea when I was at the store? So we got UNC or Duke, Jay. I will take Duke. I like Kara Lawson and Toby Fournier. USC plays USC bores me. UNC, not USC. If I have to take my pick between Duke and North Carolina, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. For the men, I always went Duke. I've been a Duke fan since I can remember. I always went Duke. So whenever Duke played UNC, I was always rooting for Duke. So, being that I don't really have no skin in the game for the ladies, for that matchup, I'm gonna go for Duke. I remember when Kara used to play for the W. I remember her rookie year. So I've seen her grow from her rookie year in the W to being a commentator or an analyst on TV. I remember she was doing that for a little bit. And then she became the coach for Duke. So I'll root for her team as long as she's not playing one of my teams. And if she plays one of my teams, they gotta go. Fournier. Thank you, Fournier. Thank you, RC. You always provide me with the right pronunciations for stuff. So I'll pull for Duke. All right. Well, you know what I think I might do? What's today? Friday. Well, not what. It's 12 o'clock. I think I'm going to go ahead and watch Wicked. I've never seen Wicked, never seen the play. Obviously, I know what it's about, but it's on Peacock now. So I think I might eat my breakfast, sit back. I might fall asleep. I might take a nap because I kind of didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And then I had to wake up this morning at like 6 in the morning. My meeting, by the way, was at 8:30 a.m. Why? Why is that? Why is that a thing? 8:30 in the morning? Why? For what? But I had to wake up at 6 to get up, get ready, get my dogs ready, go out to the meeting because I took the call at a location with somebody else. And luckily, they ended it early. Luckily, we got out instead of it being a 4-hour meeting that it was supposed to be. It ended up being like an hour and 45 minutes. So thank goodness I didn't have to sit there that long. But I'm kind of sleepy. Not gonna lie. So I think I'm going to check out Wicked. Yeah, Wicked with Ariana Grande. Hey, Groovy. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. I think it's on Peacock. Watch that. By the time that's over, because I heard that's a 3-hour movie. I might not make it. I might fall asleep. but I will watch it. And by the time this is over, it'll be time for South Carolina. So that might just work out. That'll give me a little time to go grab something to eat after this movie for my dinner. That way I'm not disturbed because I can't leave the house. I can't order. I guess I could order something. But once 4 o'clock hits, I'm not leaving the house at all. I'm in so I can watch the 3 games and then go to bed and wake up and do it all again tomorrow. I don't know when the first games start tomorrow, though. Oh, did Top Chef come on last night? It sure did. I might watch that. 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's how long this movie is. I used to listen to Ariana Grande music, but nowadays not so much. I like her. I mean, I don't like. Well, I will say, I think she had an album, Dangerous Woman or Dangerous or something. I forgot the name of it, but it's that one where she's wearing like the little bunny face mask thing. I don't know the name of that album. I did listen to that album. I haven't listened to anything else. I've never been like huge fan of Ariana. I know who she is. I know some of her songs. Obviously, a lot of the mainstream ones. But I did Dangerous or whatever it was called. I did listen to that album, and I do like that album. Plus, my girl Victoria Monet writes for her. So that's how I kind of became a fan. Is Maryland gonna compete though? Maryland is gonna compete. I think Maryland is gonna compete with South Carolina. I don't think it's gonna be like I don't think it's gonna be like a just they gonna get ran over. I think they're gonna give South Carolina a run for their money. Usually what happens is South Carolina has been having these slow starts. So they allow these teams to get in the game. But all these teams have to understand that the third quarter, if you don't have a sizable lead, honestly, it don't even matter. You gotta do them like UConn and be up 40 points. Because in the third quarter, they will turn up. Their defense turns up, their offense turns up. They turn games around in the third quarter, especially if they're down or if it's close. So if you're not ready to take on that run and deal with that wave, the game is over for you. So it just can they withstand that? Can they hang with it? We'll see. I think it's going to be a good game. Teddy, what's going on? What's up, love? Had a cutie alert come up, so I came here. Well, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, Teddy. Yeah, I like that Bunny Mask album. The album she had the song Seven Rings on. Seven Rings wasn't on that one. That was on. I think Seven Rings was on. Now don't get. I don't know. Seven Rings wasn't. I don't think was on Dangerous Woman or whatever. It wasn't on that. I want to say was it an album called Sweetener or something like that. It might have been on that. I don't know, but Seven Rings is my jam, but that's not on that album. Maryland is going to lay day or lay down. SC has had the easiest path to at least the Final Four 2 years in a row. Well, when you're South Carolina and you play the schedule that you play during the regular season, it's funny how people say that. No shade to you, Teddy, but it's so funny how people say that. Oh, they get an easy schedule during the tournament. Well, they play some of the hardest schedules during the season. They don't have to do that. They can take an easy path to the whole season if they wanted to outside of conference play, but they don't do that. So I don't care when people say that they got an easy path. Okay, they made sure they put in the work during the regular season, and honestly, they're the number one team. I mean, even though they're ranked number two this season, why not? You got to get some kind of perks. Come on, let's get some kind of perks. Um, just don't turn the ball over and keep playing. UConn and UCLA weren't scared. Nope, they weren't scared. I don't think anybody should be scared of South Carolina. I just know you gotta play for 40 minutes when you're playing South Carolina. You can't play for 10. You can't play for 20. You can't play for 15. You gotta play for 40 minutes. Because now there's more teams that are doing like the hockey change out of the lineups and they have people coming off the bench. They have depth. So this year isn't as impressive as the last year, but South Carolina will still tire you out. Right now, their bench is their leading offense right now. The starters come in, set the tone. They're more defensive minded, I feel like. But you come in with Joyce, you come in with Lay, you come in with Turney Tess, and that's when stuff starts going. And then you get Raven leading the pack, running the show on the floor. It's a good combination. So it's kind of hard. You can say, okay, I'm going to concentrate on Lay, I'm going to concentrate on Tess or Joyce because they are the leading scorers. But when you do that, you still got Pow Pow. She might be the one that day. You still got Breezy. She might be the one that day. You still got Chloe Kitts. She might be the one that day. You still got Faking. So it's like you got to scout the whole team, and then you got to stay on them. You can't just single out a couple of people and think that's going to take care of it, because some way, somehow, somebody shows up for South Carolina. And that's the dangerous thing about that team. They're going to tire you out. And you just don't know where the weapons are going to come from consistently. I got you. Lay down. RC says, yes, J Spot. That's what I said when South Carolina went into halftime down 26-25. I was like, yep, Don and SC got them right where they want them. Yeah, if it's close, forget about it. If it's close, forget about it. If everything's hitting on all cylinders, third quarter is where they shine. Well, Pat and Tennessee did and still got the hardest path to the Final Four. Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I don't care that South Carolina has an easy path. Like, maybe because that's my team and I feel like they put in the work in the off season. I'm not bothered at all by that. I love it, actually. J Spot, I asked Google and it says Seven Rings is on her album Thank You Next. Yeah, okay. I should have asked Google. I got Alexa and Google here. Thank You Next is the album. Okay, thank you for that. So why was Dawn upset with the bracket they got? I think it was reverse psychology. I think she knew they got by far the easiest path, no UCLA or UConn to the title game. Teddy, I don't know if Dawn got upset at the bracket. She was upset at her ranking. Now, I might be wrong, but what I saw, she was upset that they weren't the number one overall team, because she said the reason they make the schedule that they make every year is so that if they do make any mistakes, the strength of their schedule should push them over the edge and still be ranked number one. So she was upset about the ranking, not so much upset that I could see. She wasn't upset about the, gotta sneeze. Hold on. Woo. Woo, excuse me, y'all. She wasn't upset to me. She wasn't upset about the path as much as she was upset about the ranking. But she said she'll take it. And if the strength of the schedule doesn't mean anything these days, if that's not going to help them when they make certain mistakes, if that's not going to help them because they did play the 5 back-to-back games versus ranked teams, nobody else did that, and they won. If it doesn't going to help them, then she says then they might start looking at their schedule, and maybe they will take an easier route during the regular season. I don't think she's going to do that, because I think it does help condition your team. You know, iron sharpens iron. So when you get the opportunity to play these really good teams, these ranked teams, it can only help. I like the Sweetener, Thank You Next, and Bunny Mask album. And her debut album, that's it, I think. Yeah, I didn't listen to all those. We got to find out what the name of that album is. Let me see. What song? What's a song that's on there? It might be called Dangerous Woman. Hey Google, what album is Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande on? See if it answers me.
According to Wikipedia, Dangerous Woman is the third studio album by American singer-songwriter Ariana
It's called
Grande.
Dangerous Woman. I was right.
It was released through Republic Records on May 20th, 2016.
Okay, girl.
Grande began work on the album shortly after the release of her second studio album, My Everything.
Okay.
Grande served as the album's
Okay,
executive
Google.
producer alongside Max Martin and
Girl,
Savannah
it ain't gonna
Frontier.
stop. Thank you for that information. Teddy, no, don't concentrate on any one player. That's the thing. You're right. Oh, you with SC? I didn't know that. Okay, I got you. I'm with my teams are South Carolina, LSU, Notre Dame. That's who my teams are. I'm willing to bet you LSU, UConn, UCLA, Texas, etc. will kindly trade places with her. The number 2 is Duke, not UConn. What? What do you mean by that? What do you mean the number 2 is Duke? Oh, you cook what you cooking. I'm making my breakfast right now. I just got my Beyond sausages here. I burnt it a little bit because I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to y'all. So it's a little smoky in here. But I got my Beyond sausage because I don't eat the beef, pork, chicken, none of that. But I'm going to sit this down because I got to get this together. But I'm making sausage, hash browns. I'm going to make an egg scramble. I eat egg whites. So egg white scramble with mushrooms and shrimp. Mushrooms and spinach with my egg whites. Duke is the number 2 seed. All the other top teams would have loved to have SC spot. I'm talking about overall. South Carolina is number 2 overall. UCLA is 1 and South Carolina is 2. J-Spot, this portal is working my last nerves. Oh my God, why can't I keep up? Oh man, yesterday it blew up. I had only heard about Cody McMahon, and then next, I mean, it wasn't a surprise, but what's her name from Rutgers? McMiller? Kiyomi? She left, or she went into the portal. A bunch of Arizona people went into the portal. It was like 4 or 5 people they just kept announcing. And I'm like, oh my goodness. It's heating up. It's heating up. There was one girl, I don't know who she was, but it was one girl I saw on TikTok. I think she was from Arizona. She was in the locker room doing a TikTok saying up to the sound where it's like, where you going? I don't know, girl, but I ain't staying here. I gotta go. I'm like, dang, not you announcing that you're going into the portal in their locker room. That's crazy. Let me see. I don't eat chicken. No, I don't eat. I'm a pescatarian. I only eat fish and seafood. Everything else is vegan or vegetarian. I don't eat cheese or dairy really because I'm lactose intolerant. So yeah. But I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my God, you're eating dead animals. I really want to start eating chicken again. I just can't bring myself to do it for whatever reason. I just want some hot wings. It's a wing stop like right around the corner from me. I just want my lemon pepper wings, but I can't bring myself to eat it. Then UCLA, hold on. Gotta season my potatoes. Didn't UCLA beat South Carolina pretty badly, if I remember? And they have a better record, plus their schedule is pretty strong. They did beat them. But they didn't have a stronger schedule than South Carolina did. What other team out there played five games back to back to back to back against all ranked teams? And top teams too. We're not talking about number 24 and 23. We're talking about top 5, top 10, maybe top 12 schools. Who else was doing that back to back to back to back to back? Let me know. And won. So yeah, they lost those couple of games to UCLA and UConn. But how is it that UConn, UCLA, or these other teams, when they beat South Carolina, they shoot right to the top? So you're telling me you think South Carolina is a really good school? It does hold a lot of weight when you beat them. But because they win, they don't get no kind of nothing. And if they lose, you act like they're the worst team. Not you, Teddy, but just people. You act like they're the worst team, like the committee. Act like that was just the worst thing that could ever happen. Like, South Carolina's not a perfect team. Yeah, they were undefeated last season. They've had some undefeated seasons. But that don't mean that they can't have a moment where they still have to learn and grow, and a moment of weakness sometimes. Like, you can't be perfect all the time. But their body of work should speak for itself. That team that Don has had has only lost 4 games. 4 games in 4 years? Or something like that? 4 or 5 years? That's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, fine. Makes UCLA number 1. It is what it is. I'm telling you, that's what Don was upset about. So, it is what it is. Tanaya Latson. Oh, yeah. She left Florida State. Yep. That's another one. Tanaya Latson left. Everyone is saying Tanaya Latson is going to head to South Carolina. I don't know where she's going. People are saying that just because her and Raven played together in high school. They know each other. They're really good friends. She said they talk a lot. They've been talking a lot for years. And so she's trying to get her to come to South Carolina, but I don't know if that'll happen or not. Teddy says, yes, she's going to SC. So you're in pretty good shape then. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say I'm in pretty good shape. I'm older, so my metabolism don't be moving like it normally used to. If I was still a young whippersnapper in my 20s, yeah. But I'm not in the best shape. But I'm getting there. I'm working towards it. I'm getting there. I don't eat a lot of vegetables. So when people think that when they know you don't eat meat, they figure like you're just full of, all you do is eat vegetables. I don't. So that's my problem. I eat a lot of starches. I eat a lot of carbs. I try not to eat so much processed food, but a lot of that stuff turns into sugar. And so it's harder to burn sugar off than it is actually to burn fat. And if sugar just sits there, then, that's when you get into the issues of having being pre-diabetic and all this other stuff. So although I haven't had a physical yet since last year, but as of last year I was not. But I do know that's why my sugar level has risen, because I don't eat a lot of sweet stuff or drink sweet stuff. But I do, it's because of the carbs that I intake. And I'm not burning off enough stuff to keep my metabolism going like it needs to be. But I'm trying. I want Audie Crooks to hit the portal and go to Notre Dame. Help out J Spot Girl Hannah. Oh, that would be cool to have her. We need a because right now Kylie, I don't know if Kylie is going to be there next season. I guess she is, because she had the red shirt this season. But she was their center. She was in the middle. We can use Audie Crooks. I think we can use Audie Crooks. We'll see. I don't watch her a lot to know how fast her team plays, because Notre Dame is a running gun type of team. But they are going to be missing. You got Leah King leaving. You got Maddie leaving. Sonny leaving. Olivia Miles leaving possibly. So yeah, they can use some people. You can't count teams like TCU. They're overrated. Well, no other school in the country has 11 McDonald's All-Americans. I'm saying that's what others say about South Carolina. Yeah, I heard that too. And that's fine. I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to do as a coach? Try to recruit the best? So now you get penalized for recruiting the best. That's what you're supposed to do as a coach. That's funny. You know? It's always an excuse for teams that people really don't care for. I know people get sick and tired of South Carolina because they win a lot and they've been undefeated, and you know what I'm saying, they've taken out some of people's favorite teams. Like, as an LSU fan and a South Carolina fan, I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. How much, you know, they don't like South Carolina. So I know. It is what it is, though, you know. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Isn't that what they say? And the other media and South Carolina fans carry on like they're the best team ever, just saying. Yep. It's fine, but me, J Boog, I'm going to ride for my teams. I'm going to ride for South Carolina. I'm going to ride for LSU. I'm going to ride for Notre Dame. And it is what it is. I'm not going to go back and forth with people. I know what I know. I like who I like. And it is what it is. Okay, let me see if I can flip my potatoes without spilling them everywhere. Flip. There we go. Woo! I did that good. Anyway, I got Duke winning, South Carolina winning. I kind of want Ole Miss to have the upset. I don't know. I kind of want them to have the upset. I don't know if they will. I think UCLA will probably win. But it might be cool just to have them get the upset. But LSU, South Carolina, Duke, and I'll go for you. I'll say UCLA, but I wouldn't be mad. If there's going to be an upset, I'd rather the upset be Ole Miss. I don't want it to be the upset of South Carolina or LSU. Well, it's more South Carolina fans. If your players don't play but 17 minutes or so, then you can't compare them to Juju Page, etc. South Carolina fans will say, oh, well, Bree Hall is the most clutch player in the nation, even over Michaela Williams. Come on. What do you mean you can't compare? Like, why is it their fault that they play team ball? I don't understand that. I've heard people say that too. Like, they only play this many minutes. You can't say that. I mean, why are we comparing utilization? Like, I don't understand that. Is USC a good team? Can they do things like, we're going to see what happens now that they don't have their main player in the game. Yeah, star players mean a lot to these teams, but what I'm saying, what makes South Carolina so good is that they don't have to just depend on one person. They actually play full team ball as much as they can, and they have spurts of times where they have, you know, when Chloe Kitts goes up, you know, Fagan is the leading scorer, whatever. But I don't see anything wrong with that. I also don't see anything wrong with LSU and how they have the big three. You know, you can count on Flau'jae, Nice, and Michaela Williams. You know you can. If you don't have those three, you might be struggling because our team, they don't have those step up players yet. They have glimpses because KG has done it before. There's been times where Jersey has shown, has shined at a game, ADR or whatever, but it's not consistent enough. So it just depends. Whatever works for your team works for your team. But sometimes we are comparing apples to oranges, and I just don't like that comparison. We're talking about teams, not individuals. At least I'm not. I can see Ole Miss beating UCLA and have UNC beating Duke. Okay. I would like to see Ole Miss beat UCLA. That'll be no shade to URC. I know that's your team. Not necessarily that I want them to lose. It's just if an upset is gonna happen, I want it to be that. If we're gonna get an upset today, it's got to be that. I don't want it to be nobody else. And you said UNC can beat Duke. Will beat Duke. Okay, I'm down for that. I don't. That's cool with me too. Aaliyah Chavez said she wanted to play somewhere where they would let her be her and not be held back. Okay. If Oklahoma is where she wants to go, Oklahoma is where she wants to go. Not everybody, you pick the program that's best for you. Every program has like their little niche and kind of what they want and expect out of their players in their program. So, you go to where you feel you would get the result that you want. Does LSU play today? Yep, they play at 4. No, 6:30. 6:30 Central, 7:30 East. It's not team ball coming in. I can't see that. Hold on. It's not team ball coming in at 15 minutes versus having to play 35 minutes. It's a total different thing. How? How is that not team? Team means more than one, right? So how is that not team ball when you have more players that can come in and play? Why are you penalizing them for having depth? Isn't that what every team wants? They don't want to have to depend on one player playing 35, 40 minutes? Isn't that the goal? Or you want to just tire out your one person the whole time? Like, I think it actually is pretty cool that you can have more players come in and play, especially when you're playing these tournament style games where it's one and done and it's the next day or the one day in between games and stuff like that. I think it helps your team to not have to tire out. If somebody gets injured because they're playing too many minutes, like then what? You got to have the next man step up. So I don't understand that. I mean, it's not team ball. That's the thing people are talking about. Oh, okay. But the amount of playing time. Plus, if Lay doesn't play, SC still wins. She had 10 minutes and 2 points. SC still won. Okay. RC says, that's why I really wanted USC and Juju Kiki to make championship game. I wanted to see 2-star players versus SC System, the machine. Oklahoma ain't got nothing but cows, chicken, beer, the Oklahoma City Thunder, racist cops. So I really hope Aaliyah Chavez is going just for basketball and basketball only. No, they want SC to get the title no matter what. Yeah, we do. We do. I don't know who you talking about, Teddy, but me as a fan, we do want it. We want that title. We want the repeat tour. But I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if Notre Dame came up and won a chip. That would actually be real perfect. Because I love that team. I love that team, and I love Niel. I love how they've been like battling injuries all season, even last season. Last year, they barely even had enough players to play at one point. Like, they had so many people out with injury throughout the season. I don't think they ever had like their full strength of players. Sorry, this is gonna be loud, y'all. They didn't even have their strength of players, and they were able to. What did they? They made it to Sweet 16 last season. All right. Do I feel like making that today? I just want to eat at this point. I think I'm just going to do eggs. I don't feel like mixing in because it is 12:38. I'm ready to sit down, watch this movie, probably take a nap. South Carolina, I'm 99% sure will make the championship. If Juju or Paige plays 10 minutes, those teams are totally different. So Lay can't be compared to players like them. Why not, though? What do you mean? The amount of stuff that Lay can do in 10 minutes worth of play, why can't that be calculated into what Paige or Juju or whoever would output in that same amount of time? Like I'm kind of not understanding that part of what you're trying to say. That you can't compare them because they don't play in a system that Lay plays in. Hey, Moses. On the other side, UCLA, UConn, LSU will face SC. I want UCLA to come out, but LSU and UConn are super, super tough opponents. Plus, we got to beat Ole Miss tonight. You want some company? I just want to be in your company. I'm good. I'm about to eat this food and take a nap. My dogs have already started. The reason you don't hear them, they've been knocked out since I got home. They're still in my studio. Knocked out. They don't hear nothing that's going on in here. Duke doesn't score enough to be able to stick with South Carolina. Oh, you with UCLA. Teddy, who are you with? Teddy, who's your team? Tell us. Or is your team still in the tournament, or who are you pulling for? I knew you were going to laugh at that one. Who's your team, Teddy? Okay, who's your basketball team? I know your team, J Spot, but who is your basketball team? In the tournament, who is your team? You're so crazy. Oh, my dog is up. One of them. Where's your brother at? Yeah, go outside. Come on. Let's go. Go outside. Go, boy. Oh. Okay. You gotta watch these boys sometimes. They be doing the most. I'm with LSU. Okay. So we got something in common. You LSU, I'm LSU. I'm just not 100% LSU. Come on, Onyx. J Spot, the irony is Oklahoma beat the snot out of Iowa. Let's see them do that. Do it again. Do it to you, UConn. What are you doing? They won't beat UConn like that. If they win at all, they have to control tempo with Beers. Then they have a chance. Y'all got 4 top-level recruits coming in, blue chippers. LSU will remain dangerous no matter who comes or goes. Man, LSU is gonna look to me. It's gonna look so different though next season. If Flau'jae leaves, you got Nice that has left, that will be leaving. Samaya Smith, is she a junior? She's not a senior, right? Samaya Smith. Will still be there, I believe, but you won't have Poa. It's just gonna look. It's gonna look different with who they have. I mean, they still have good people. It's just gonna be a different look. So it'd be exciting to see what next season looks like for them. I'm gonna mute this real quick because I know y'all don't want to hear that scraping. Okay. Now, it's annoying to me, so I can only imagine it being that close to my phone. That is probably annoying to y'all too. Something salty. J-Spot, how long you gonna cook that? I'm already done cooking everything. What do you mean? I just finished my eggs. I'm done. The pan is off. I was gonna add some mushrooms and spinach to my breakfast today, but I don't feel like it. I'm hungry and I just want to eat and go sit down. They're at their best, like when they play SC. Love a woman who can cook. Teddy. I ain't no cook though. I make what I like to eat, but that's it. Other than that, I ain't no gourmet chef or nothing. I used to be able to cook really good steaks. I had learned finally how to make like the perfect steak back when I was eating meat. But man, it's been so long now. I don't remember. I cannot open this freaking honey. I don't remember how to do it like I used to. I didn't say you had to be gourmet. Oh, I'm about to cook steaks right now. Great minds think alike. Yeah, I haven't had red meat in, oh my goodness. I don't even remember the last time I had red meat. Maybe, was it 2016 maybe? My phone, I had that grease stuff on my phone. OJ Spot, they say if Tanaya Lasson does come to SC, then Lay or Tessa won't be able to be automatic starters next season. That don't mean that. Do people know how Dawn operates? Everything is a process. Now she can get somebody like her to come on, come to South Carolina. Hold on. Making sure my dog didn't have no accidents. She can have somebody like that come to South Carolina, but that ain't no automatic start after, you have people that's been with your program this whole time, that's bought into the system, that they wait their turn, and you just bring somebody in and automatically start them. It depends on the position. It depends on what they're doing, and it depends on how they play. But I mean, Look at what Pow Pow came in. Pow Pow transferred. She was able to make it as a starter, but they had the need for it because they had lost a bunch of their starters at that time. But it's all about a process with Dawn. So I don't know. I don't think it's automatic going to happen. It just depends on what they do and how they fit into the system. And I think if she has people that she had in mind that she wants them to be starters next season because they waited their turn and, bought into what she was telling them, then she's gonna put them there. Do you think Raven Johnson returns for one more year? Yes. She's not coming out this season. She specifically, I think Dawn said something like that, like, Raven wants me to get her ready for the W. And I think this season they put their attention into Pow Pow, try to get her ready, which is why she came back for her 5th year. They wanted her to, Dawn wanted to like help her get ready. You can see the off-season work that Pow Pow did, especially earlier in the season. So I think it's Raven's turn now. We're going to see a different Raven come next season. She won't be leading the country and scoring next year. That's a guarantee. No, she won't be. She won't be. And that's fine. I mean, that's a decision that you make when you go to South Carolina. What do you want more? You want just individual success and maybe not win so much? Or do you want to share in that offense and win? That's really what it comes down to. Woo, my stomach is growling, y'all. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta eat. I gotta go see what's going on with my other dog, wake him up, take him outside so I can sit down, eat, and watch this movie. But my stomach is growling. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. But I will talk to y'all later. Good luck to whoever y'all are cheering for, rooting for. I might pop on live tomorrow. We'll talk about the games that went down today and then prepare for the games for Saturday's games. But I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great Friday. Go team, go. Yeah, enjoy yourselves. Peace out. Thank y'all for hanging with me.